But I want you to know that your response should be, could this be me? When we're talking about the older brother. You know, last week we talked about, Pastor Johnson talked about the younger brother coming home. And all of us cheered about the love of God and about the younger brother coming home. This week, though, I want to just step into this environment of some of you who have been home. You've been in the house for a long time. This could possibly be you. We all have the potential to have OBS, older brother syndrome. Some of y'all thought I was about to cuss. No. Older brother syndrome, AKA self-righteousness, also known as the Pharisee mindset. You see, it's much easier to see the flaws in someone else than to recognize them in your own self. Jesus said it this way. He said, you know what? Before you get the speck out of your brother's eye, get the plank out of your eye. And what I'm talking about is many of us, we come to church, we serve, we say the right things, we do the right things, but we secretly find ourselves judging other people. And here's what I want to do, just so we can kind of land where we need to be. I want us to give some symptoms. Let's talk about a few symptoms of older brother syndrome. Here we go. If you feel like God has to get your permission to bless someone who you feel is undeserving, you just might have older brother syndrome. All right, here we go. You can imagine if this was a commercial. If you justify your righteousness by your time spent serving the Lord, you just might have older brother syndrome. If you think you have to work harder to be accepted by God, you just might have older brother syndrome. Think about that. Look at this. If you silently throw stones at other people and feel better about yourself when they fail. Y'all sound like somebody hit y'all with a rock. You just might have older brother syndrome. Now, look at this one, though. Look at this one. If you have no grace for people who sin differently than you. Somebody say, ouch. You just might have older brother syndrome. Here's what I say. I ask this question. What is the worst sin? Here's the answer, and it will always be the answer. The one that you commit. The one that I commit is the worst sin. We can't judge other people. God is not looking at other people's sins and judging us according to other people's sins. He judges us. He looks at us based upon our own things. So the older brother, he's at home and he's judging his younger brother for all the things that he's done, but he's not considering himself. He's not examining his heart because he got some things going on that were really, really messed up. And at the right time, in the right situation, all those messed up things that was going on in the inside that you could not see on the outside, they came out of his mouth, and you find out that the older brother is in the field and he's dead. He's not alive. His love has grown cold. He's dead to the Father. The Father is as if he's dead to him. His brother is as if his brother is dead to him. And he's a cold, rotting person out in the field. Consider the question. Is there a little bit of self-righteousness that you may be processing through? Is there some self-righteousness that I may be processing through? Because the reality of it is a lot of us find ourselves in the same place as the older brother. Here's what I want you to know. Our good deeds can actually create just as much distance from the Father as our sins can. The wrong perspective will mess you up. The wrong perspective will cause you to forfeit your purpose and your destiny. I want you to think about the scenario of another older and younger brother. You remember the story of Jacob and Esau. Perspective is everything. They're out in the field, Jacob and Esau. Esau gets hungry and he loses perspective. I don't have enough to eat. I'm about to die. He's complaining and complaining. Jacob has the right perspective, and he's thinking, you're the firstborn son. You have everything you need. And Esau is like, I don't have what I need. Jacob says, you need some soup? If you give me your purpose, if you give me your destiny as the firstborn son, I'll give you the soggy cereal. So he trades everything that belonged to him because his perspective was off. Everyone say with me, perspective is everything.